In steeping tanks, cleaned barley is soaked in water to begin germination. Water is pumped in, submerging the bubbled through to trigger the process. This activates enzymes for malting. Here, sprouted barley enters the kiln to begin drying. Tumbling through heat, its growth stops as flavors develop. The barley emerges transformed, ready for brewing.
Lautering separates the liquid wort from the solid grain husks. The grain bed forms a filter on the perforated plate. The clear wort drains steadily into the tun below.
Automated dispensers release fresh hops into the boiling wort, imparting essential bitterness and aroma. The hops integrate with the liquid, enhancing the beer's flavor profile through this key brewing stage. Hot wort enters the heat exchanger. It flows rapidly through the plates, transferring heat. The wort emerges rapidly cooled to the ideal fermentation temperature. Pure liquid yeast is carefully injected into the cooled wort stream as it enters the fermentation tanks. The yeast mixes thoroughly, beginning the fermentation process in the sanitized environment. In the maturation phase, green beer is stored in cold lagering tanks. At near freezing temperatures, the beer develops its clean, crisp taste to achieving a smooth, refined lager. Primary filtration removes yeast and sediment from the beer. The beer passes through a coarse filter, then a fine filter. Finally, a polishing filter ensures clarity for the final product. The maturation phase begins. Green beer is stored in these cold lagering tanks. At low temperatures, king lagers flaten crisp taste. In the maturation phase, green beer rests in these cold lagering tanks. At low temperatures, flavors mellow, developing the beer's clean, crisp taste. Raw brew into a refined lager. In primary filtration, beer flows through a series of fine filters to remove yeast and sediment. First, a coarse filter captures larger particles, followed by a clear, stable beer ready for the next stage. All right, drawing the sample now. Sample secured, ready for analysis. The beer now enters the bright beer tanks. Here, it undergoes a final polish and carbonation. This step ensures the beer is clear and effervescent. Let's check the Corona signature.
Ready? Injection complete.
The peaks are forming, that's the signature flavor.
Confirmed. The profile is perfect.
This reverse osmosis plant ensures our water is 100% pure. High-pressure pumps force water through these membranes. Contaminants are rejected, leaving only pure, safe water. This is how we deliver clean water. Scanning batch GH 2024-1 now.
Confirmed. System is logging it.
Scan complete. Next batch ready.
Moving to the next shelf.
Random sample for quality testing. Corona bottle. Checking label and fill level. Inserting the probe to measure dissolved oxygen. Reading is stable at 0.12 parts per million. Well below the 0.15 threshold, the beer stays fresh. Time for the CO2 volume check. Let's test the carbonation. Inserting the probe now. The reading is 3.8 volumes. Perfect, that's our signature fizz. Starting the plating process for these beer samples. Dispensing the sample in a zigzag pattern. This will allow any bacteria to grow and be identified. Measuring the golden transparency of the beer against the global Corona standard. Analysis complete. The sample matches the global standard. We begin the distillation to verify the 4.5% ABV. The vapor is condensing and collecting. It reads exactly 4.5%, confirming the label.
Initiating review of the heat tunnel logs. The temperature profile is stable, maintaining 72 degrees. Cycle 456 shows 100% sterilization, confirmed.
Let's test the label's adhesive strength in an ice bucket. Agitating to simulate real-world use and check for peeling. As you can see, the label remains perfectly intact. All right, let's check this batch for any off flavors.
Right? Smell it first.
Smells clean, no off aromas.
Let me taste fine.
Agreed. This batch is approved. Reviewing batch lab 2023-4567. All results are within specification. Release is authorized. Shipment can proceed. First, connect the nozzle to the airbag valve. Now, activate the flow to inflate the bag. The bag expands, securing the bottles. Repeat for the second bag. All right, bringing in the first triple load. Pallet secured, moving out for the next one. All right, placing the first GPS-enabled thermal sensor. Adhesive is set, LED is blinking for GPS. Now for the second one for full coverage. Transit tracking is now active. Here we go, the final serve. And the signature lime. All right, first pallet ready to go? Okay, bringing the forklift in now. Steady, steady. Clear to lower. Good, that's secure. Welcome to a massive water recycling plant. Here, wastewater is collected and purified through multiple stages. Advanced filtration and biological processes remove contaminants. AI, display full brewery overview. Increase silo feed rate by 10%.
Efficiency at 98%. Excellent. Run predictive maintenance scan.
The zero plastic goal, replacing rings with 100% biodegradable cardboard. The machine precisely applies the eco-friendly carriers, a sustainable solution for beverage packaging. Crushed recycled glass is fed into a high-temperature furnace. The molten glass is poured into molds, forming new Eco Corona bottles. This sustainable process gives recycled glass new life.